Heading into Jedediah, Redwoods State Park. It's about, I don't know, 6 miles. Then I'm going to go on a little hike perhaps. Hope you'll join me. Linda here, Serene and Simple Life. We're talking some big trees here. Hopefully I can get some good pictures. Bumping along narrow winding road into the forest to grandmother's house we go. Oh my gosh, this is like one-way road here. I must be careful and pay attention to what I'm doing here. This is pretty cool. Little Bald Hills Trail. The sun's coming out. River Trail. I think I parked a little sooner than I needed to, but some people coming out of here said this is really beautiful. So onward we go. Hiking boots. Very comfortable. I forget the brand. And hiking pole. Look how pretty. And we've just gotten started. Down some steps. Pretty fern. Oh my. Can you hear the babbling brook? Pays to go in the visitor center and ask questions. Otherwise, I would, I don't know, not be doing what I'm doing today probably. Gonna take my time. There's some road closure in an hour and a half, so I'm not sure how that's all gonna work out. This might be a 2-day adventure through the Redwoods. I got some bear tips too. Not supposed to hike alone. There are people around, just not right at the moment. Black bears, never run. Make yourself big. Stand your ground. Stay about 100 feet away from them. Not that I would walk towards them. Look how pretty. Clovers. And unless they're with their babies, they're not going to come towards you. They're, you know, it's just like don't feed them, and they're used to people. He said places like British Columbia and Alaska, perhaps a little more aggressive because they're not used to people. But people feeding the bears is what causes the problems. I can't imagine feeding a bear. Put in the comments if you're willing to admit. Have you ever fed a bear or considered it? What's your bear story experience? Mine is 0 so far, and we want to keep it that way. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of show and tell here because I'm liable to lose my footing, even though I have the handy dandy. This is very cool. Stout Grove, a must go see do experience. Definitely need to watch your footing. I could see the babbling brook talking and falling right over top of that. So far I haven't on this journey. Want to keep it that way. It's been 2 larger groups of people. One, I don't know if they're Amish or Mennonites. And the other, a group with about, I don't know, 5 or 6 peeps. And they're already way past here. Haven't run into them. And they started out right before me. Oh my gosh, look at the obstacles. This is some serious hiking here. Around the corner, lots and lots of stones. This is so awesome. The high pitch is for the excitement. Sorry about that. A little curvy, windy up above. Walking and talking. That's what I do. Just when I said I wasn't gonna video much, I keep videoing. That's what I do. A little bit through the window here. Back on the trail. Now that's a serious trip on, right? Wouldn't you say? Oh my gosh. The roots are everywhere. This is so cool. If I haven't mentioned that already. Timber! Woo! Didn't realize the road to Grandma's house was going to be entrenched with such danger. Dangerous footing. A few more steps, and around the corner is a bridge. It's a beautiful bridge. And a babbling brook, up close and personal. And do I take the road less traveled? Maybe this just ends right up here. I was curious, getting myself off the beaten path. That's one way to find the bears and get lost. Although I was told they're normally busy eating. There's plenty to eat around here. Okay. A little up close and personal here. Ooh. It's amazing. Like the road of life. And then eventually you find yourself on the smooth and narrow. The road is narrow. I wonder why this canvas is down like this. Anybody know? Put in the comments. And there's a place where you can have a little break. Wow, to really experience the redwoods, you gotta look way up. I love how there's all these groups of people, but I'm on the trail without trailing them. That's my way to hike. Know that there's people around, but not in your path. I don't know, is it me or do they just keep getting bigger and bigger? Woo! Cool photo op through here. Woo! Have the sweet peas sticking their heads out through there. That would be so awesome. And this is a prime example of why it's important to watch my shows in their entirety. I just think what I'm showing you and the views wherever I'm at builds and just gets better and better. Look at this. Look at these trees. How wonderful to have a hike like this. It's a first. They say never, though this might be my last California hurrah of sightseeing. Now, I lived here twice, and I'm not sure that I will come back, not just to the Redwoods, but to California in general. I just have a feeling that I might not ever be back here again. Can't explain it right now. Not interested in explaining it. But I'm sure soaking it in now. Round and round we go. Through the trees. Amazing experience. One that you need to experience for yourself. Oh my gosh. I see faces in here, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What do you see? And a turtle. This looks, or it looks like a dog. I don't know. Resting on another animal. The maze. the surprise that I spoiled for you if you come here. But it is definitely one for your bucket list. I had no idea this is where I would end up in the forest. I don't know why. We are in the Redwoods. Highly recommended to take all your cares away. I imagine some of you who've been following me on this journey are aware that I lived in my sedan for 14 months and I gave it to my son who lived in California. Well, here's a little case in point story. People would often say, why don't you move close to your kids? Well, they are in 2 different states, and so that was one reason. And the other is, you know what? They could move anytime. And I have mentioned that in videos. And the reason I'm saying now that I may not be back in California is son and family have just moved. And so there you have it. Case in point. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful. There's a bench there. Look at this. Stout Grove Loop Trail. Okay, I guess that means you can go either direction. I think I'm going to choose this way, to the left. Mentioned before, most people choose to the right in places that are busy like Disney. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin. Shakespeare. Good job, Shakespeare. Woo! Going to leave you with blessings in your day and joy in the journey.